Guys, we want to say hello, and welcome back, you guys. Welcome back to Marriage Matters Today, live as we do another session of Pillow Talk. We're almost done with the Pillow Talk series, and we hope that you guys have enjoyed the topics that we have done so far, and would love to get more ideas and topics from you as we go along. And we hope that you're ready for another exciting topic.
Right. We need you guys to, be interactive though, and give us some ideas on what topics we can use or whatever.
Yeah.
But, first off, we just want to ask you guys to go ahead and share this video, tag your friends, if you feel comfortable doing so. We also want to let you know that this content in this video probably won't be appropriate for kids. It just depends on the direction it goes. But yeah, please share. You know what I mean? We need all the subscribers, and need you guys to help us out with getting this content out to everyone.
Yeah. So also we started a YouTube channel, so you guys might have seen that on our posts. We've started a YouTube channel over there. It's Marriage Matters Today. We just encourage you guys to go and like, subscribe. On our channel, we're new, so we're just getting some subscribers, and so we just need you guys to share that as well. We'll put the link in the comments so that you'll be able to just click on it easily and go over there and subscribe to our channel. We'll have lots of other videos that will be posted in addition to any of the videos you might see on Facebook. We will post those on YouTube as well, and we really want you guys to go to YouTube to look at the videos. Eventually, we may start doing YouTube Live. And you guys will then just click over to get to the YouTube Live. So that's in works.
Yeah, and also, if you guys like what you hear, please, like the video, send the hearts. That lets us know that you're enjoying what you're hearing. And lastly, interact with us. Leave some comments. You guys are what makes the group good, because you send us comments and then we can talk back to you on those. Talking back and forth is great. So interact with us. We love it.
Right. We have 2 lives going on right now. We have Marriage Matters Today, and we also have Refreshing Life with Naima. So welcome you guys from Refreshing Life. We're glad that you have joined us. If you are doing comments on Refreshing Life, I'm not able to see them. I'm going to see. I don't know if I'll be able to. Okay. Not able to see those. Or if you can, try and send me a comment so I can see if it pops up. I saw a little heart, a thumbs up sign go across there, but I couldn't tell who was on there. So hopefully that'll change. So let's get started. Okay. Well, he got it right. I'm always bearing away. All right. So you guys, here's the question.
How often do you and your spouse have sex? Now, you don't have to put that in the comment box if you don't want to, but feel free. If you're comfortable with sharing that, go ahead and share it.
Yeah. So how often do you guys have sex?
Now, now we can start out. We can answer that, and we can probably say typically not every week, but most of the time 2, 3, 4 times a week. It just depends. There's times that we don't, it's not that much, but a lot of the times that's
where we try, not 4 times.
2 or 3, maybe 4.
Maybe if we're out of town.
Yeah, out of town. That's always good.
Because, ergo, if you're out of town, you're on vacation, you're not as tired, and you've got a lot more energy going on. But yeah, I would say probably 2 or 3 times a week. There's some weeks when we have really busy schedules and we may not get to have sex that week. So it's kind of it's kind of one of those things where both of you have to, be in agreements on that.
What's up, Anika and Marcus?
Hi guys, thanks for joining us. So it was said, I was watching TED Talks, and it was said that the average married couple has sex at least one time a week, or about 58 times a year. And then 20% of those couples, or 20% that was polled, have sex less than 10 times a year.
That's a scary one to me.
And then 7% of couples have an exciting sex life. So I don't know, maybe that means they're having sex every day, or they're having sex more than 3 or 4 times out of the week, or I don't know what that would consist of. But what we want to kind of focus on is that 20% of couples that say they only have sex less than 10 times a year. So we thought, what can our topic be?
So today our topic is how to avoid a sexless marriage.
Okay.
How to avoid a sexless marriage.
Which
we don't
means
want sexless marriages.
Less than 10 times a year. Okay. So if you're having sex once a month, then you're pretty darn close to having a sexless marriage.
But, you know, some people can have those types of marriages where you can only have sex 10 times a year or even less and still strive and still be in a loving, happy and a loving relationship and marriage, because, you know, every relationship is different. But the thing is that you want to be in communication with your spouse so that you make sure that this situation, this what's going on is okay. That your spouse is being fulfilled, each of you. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're not satisfying your spouse, and especially that area and even other areas, it can lead to other things, and we want to avoid those. Yeah,
so we thought maybe we could find some scriptures that could, you know, guide us in that area of how important it is to make sure that we're pleasing each other.
So the first scripture is 1 Corinthians 7:4-5. A wife belongs to her husband instead of to herself, and a husband belongs to his wife instead of to himself. So don't refuse sex to each other. Don't refuse sex to each other unless you agree not to have sex for a little while in order to spend time in prayer. Then Satan won't be able to tempt you because of your lack of control. You know, so we're supposed to be there, like I said, to satisfy our spouses and provide the things provide to their needs, you know?
Yeah. So that's one thing. So even if you're in a relationship, a marriage that you have sex at least once a month, 12 times a year, the thing is that the problem, you can be in agreement that, hey, you know, this is good for us. We're good with this. We're satisfied. But as soon as one of you starts feeling tempted or starts feeling like you're not fulfilled or satisfied, that has to be communicated.
Right. And you gotta feel free to be able to communicate that.
Yeah.
You know, and be able to feel like you can open up to your spouse and share this with him or her, and they're not going to get upset with you, or they're not going to, you know, blow up at you, because we're a team. So we have to work together, and this is part of working together, communicating on what she needs and what I need.
Yeah. So if, you know, that again, if that's your situation, then just make sure that you're communicating. If you need a little bit more than once a month, then we're just going to give you some tools that can help you to get that rolling. Another set of scriptures found in 1 Corinthians, which was written by Paul, the Apostle Paul. He gave a lot of instruction on marriage, even though Paul was not a big fan of marriage. And this is what Paul says, which tells you he's not a good fan of marriage per se. But in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, 32-34, it says, I want all of you to be free from worry. An unmarried man worries about how to please the Lord, But a married man has more worries. He must worry about the things of this world because he wants to please his wife. Okay, so in verse 34 it says, so he is pulled in two directions. Unmarried women and women who have never been married worry only about pleasing the Lord, and they keep their bodies and minds pure. But a married woman worries about the things of the world because she wants to please her husband. And so later on, Paul says, if it was me, I would
advise you not to get married. Advise you not to.
So, especially, disclaimer, we are Christians, and what we do is Christian mentoring of marriages. So everything that we look at when it comes to marriage is biblically based. And so we're going to pull scriptures from different areas to kind of prove or support our points and the things that we're saying. So, we have to worry about this world as far as making sure that each other are pleased. And so we, when it comes to our sex life and intimacy, we have to think about, okay, how can we make sure that our connection is solid, that we have a great, great communication, great sex life, whatever it may be. Because I was listening to some stuff today that was like, the world is going bonkers and trying to redefine marriage, and it was just amazing.
Right. They were talking about stuff like, this lady, she came up with this new thing, and it was called
monogamish,
which instead of being totally monogamous, you're monogamish. And so they're telling people now that to open up their minds to have thoughts about different people maybe that you see outside of the marriage to help spice your sex life while you're in the bedroom. So she's saying you can look and you can think about these people, you can flirt, and they encourage you to flirt with I might encourage her to flirt with someone else.
A waiter.
Yeah, a waiter or something like that. And then we take that back. Is supposed to spice up your sex life. No, that's not what the Bible, that's not what marriage is set up to be. No. Marriage is set up to be between me and my wife, monogamous. You know what I mean? Me and her only. Not even the thoughts, of other people and different things like that outside of the marriage.
And, sometimes we do have thoughts, but we bring them under subjection. The Bible tells us to bring those thoughts under subjection. But the thing that she was saying was, it's okay to be free with, feeling your attractions, and you can use that attraction for someone else and throw it into the bedroom, and that's supposed to, and I mean, she was even going to where, I could see us in a threesome. Like, who does that? I'm not tempting my husband to think about that stuff, because what happens? How does sin happen? First it's a thought in the mind, and then we start thinking about that stuff. Then you want to act on it. You might, and this is the world, and
And then working on those principles, like she said, the thoughts and different things. Yeah, it could probably start out okay, but like she said, it creeps in slowly. And in this flesh dwells no good thing. So the next thing you know, when you're flirting or playing it around, it's going to become real. You know what I mean? You're going to find yourself outside of your marriage having sex with someone else that you should not be, having sex with. So it's better just to lock all that stuff out so that you can continue to work on your relationship with each other. Right. And some of the ways that we do that is to create a habitat formed emotional expressions. So that means that we express our feelings about our spouse and to our spouse. And like I said before, even sharing attractions that you may have to someone else. I've shared that kind of stuff with my wife before, because then it's out there in the open. It's not hidden.
There's no power to it.
There's no power to it. And plus, I don't want to hide those things, because then they start to work you know, build up in my mind, my thoughts, and then it can lead to something else. So I want to share that with her, and then she can help me walk through that. But the environment has to be set for your spouse to feel comfortable with sharing those type of things with you.
Yeah.